Remember guys, when I've told you when I came into k-pop how I used to be influenced by videos that were made for bad intentions. I thought that they were legit and people just ignored it. These videos made me believe that Nayeon was rude and actually used to bully Dahyun. Damn! I'll actually be very surprised if you didn't encounter that type of video on Nayeon. I didn't totally believed it at first. I convinced myself to not believe it but to have an eye on her. Aside that, my very first impression was that I found her unlikable. Sorry, but that was my first impression. I used to find her vibe weird and give me mean girl vibes that like to get attention. I liked her vocals and found her dancing normal. I don't remember if I used to found her a gyo cringy or not. I think that I did and sometimes I didn't. I'm not sure about this one, but I think I used to get triggered if I found that she constantly have most of the lines. I gradually changed my opinion about her, so don't worry guys, I don't hate her. I love her. Now I see her as a hard-working lady who like to tease her fellow members and take care of them. Okay, let's move to Jeongyeon. For Jeongyeon, my first impression was that I found her boring as a person. She didn't caught my attention. I would find her funny, kind, but she seemed plain boring to me. I don't remember having a first impression on her dancing skills since I didn't care about it, but I loved and still do about her voice. I thought that she doesn't fit the cute concept at that time. Seeing how much the boyish persona was imposed to her, and her having to fit the cute persona in stage was making me feel awkwarded, and so I believe Jeongyeon does. But anyways, like Nayeon, it took me time to get to know whom she really is. Now I see her as a strong and mature kind lady. I hope that she is in the way of healing her anxiety issues. Let's move to the next member. So now Momo. For Momo it was chill. I had a good first impression in her. My first impression was that I found her personality very bubbly, shy, and cute. Going back to my memories, I was very impressed by her dancing skills. Unlike a lot of people at first, I didn't found her voice annoying at all. By that, I'm talking about her nasal voice, about her agios. I found them natural and not cringy. All that goes to her face and voice that give her a natural anime and an agyo-ish vibe. Among Twice members, I find that she suits perfectly Twice's cute concept. Things that changed in my perception now is that she is to me more mature than she actually portrayed to be. She isn't as clueless as she sounds like, and she can handle every concept due to her variation in dancing skills. I see her doing very well in dark, horror, and powerful concepts, something that I want to see in the next comeback. That's all for Momo. Let's move to my first impression on her Japanese secret twin. For Sana, it was again a good impression. I actually really loved her persona and gentle sweet vibe. Funny thing was that I always used to confuse her with Momo. So during music videos, I would have difficulty to recognize who is who, since they have similar face and voice. I really loved her dancing style and voice style. Unlike some would say, her agios didn't cringe me. Maybe some exaggerated ones. But looking back to it now, knowing that she is an NFP, her actual energy and bright persona is genuine. Trust me, I have a similar personality as her since she does act just like me. She gave me childish, youth and innocent vibe. I don't remember if I thought of her as visual or not. I've thought that she was the top member when it comes to fit the cute concept. I mean, just look at her, right? If I could say the thing that changed in my eyes about her, is that she, like Momo, actually have a more mature side that she doesn't reveal often, and that she is less credited than people do, and more than just a cute girl. She seems to be a person that I'll have fun with but at the same time have deep discussion with her. Now let's move to the not only line and knit mac me line member. Jihyo is actually a special one in this video. The first time I watched a Twice music video, she took my whole attention. No, actually my whole heart. She was the first to recognize her face, also the first to learn her name. She literally was a star in my eyes at first sight. I loved everything in her. I loved her vocals, dancing, persona, visual, literally everything. So you could have guessed that she was my very first Twice bias. Till today she is still and never changed. She gave me likable person and responsible vibe out stage. And on stage she would give sweet and joyful vibes. When I discovered Twice in me late 2017, Jihyo's dancing was upgrading and was getting noticed more. But to be honest, the first time I watched her 2015 and 2016 dancing clips, I disliked it. She was stiff. I'm not pointing out about her weight, which has nothing to do with this. I'm not gonna talk about her lovely voice that makes everyone's heart melt. I'm just gonna point out how happy I am about her getting more recognition day by day. Looking back at how much hate she used to get fat shamers, I wish I could teach them a lesson. But guess what? Karma has already done its work and made Jihyo an all-time goddess of her own. Seriously, I love this woman. Okay, I'm gonna stop there or I'll stop until Twice's next comeback. Transition to the member right from the North Pole. My first impression is really vague, so I'll try to give as old as I remember. My first impression on Mina was that I found her very charming and shy. She gave me mysterious princess vibe. She was also my second bias and still is till today. I used to find her very relatable to my past self, so it might be why I was interested in her. Unlike some whom thought of her as a cold person. For skills, I was pretty impressed by her ballet skills. It gave me the impression of an elegant black swan. For vocal skills, this one will be surprising. She was the second best vocalist for me. Wanna know why? Then listen to this. Little disclaimer, she sang this with no micro gadget or anything, just like any random person can sing with his phone's mic. Okay, now listen. 나는요, 그댈 좋아해요. 왜 그대 나와 같은 맘 아닌가요? 나 없이 잘 지내지 말아요. 행복하게 지내란 그 말 난 싫어요. Impressive, right? I know that she isn't the second best in terms of vocal skills, but from my point of view, she was the second best. Voice to hearing Twice. My first impression on Mina about the group concept is that I found her not fitting it. I thought that wasn't made for it, and saw her suiting the royal, majestic, mysterious concept. Anyways, that's all I have for Mina. Let's move to the next member. Okay, serious now. I wanted to do a funny intro to the crackhead that I'll be talking about in some seconds. Guess it was a fail. Anyways, my first impression on Dahyun was that I found her very funny, energetic, and a total crackhead. Just like Jeongyeon, I didn't care much about her dancing skill, so I didn't had an first impression about it. Otherwise, my first impression on her rap is thought he found it very fresh and cool. As Twice is the second girl group I get to know, and I only knew one to female rapper before. It was interesting back then too. New other rap style. I found her rap tone with her smooth voice very unique. I used to find her visual average though. She was me third bias back then. Even though I used to have witty and funny vibe from her, I also got dominant and clever vibes. Now I do find Dahyun a very caring and selfless person. One love her fans very much and actually has more artistic potential than she actually shows. Okay, that was all for Dahyun. Let's move to the first member of the 99 line. So, for Chaeyoung, I found her very boring and uninteresting. It might sound rude, but I promise that this was just my first impression, so chill. My first impression was that she gave me snob and slow vibe, with shyness on the top. Even tough, I found her cute and have great visuals, just like Jeongyeon. I used to find her just plain boring. My first impression of her on stage was that she sound and act swaggy, with a childlike face. Her raps seemed cool to me. After looking after her 16 raps, I appreciated her even more. Her skills as a rapper. Even if I did find her boring, that didn't mean I disliked her at any point. My opinion about her changed fast. Now I see her as a carefree person that is very honest and doesn't care about others' trash talk, and do what she likes, open-minded and talented. I mean, just look at her artistic skills at drawing, songwriting, producing and etc. She definitely deserves more. Anyways, let's move to the last, but not least member. Tzuyu. Again, this one will sound surprising. Me myself, if I heard someone with the same impression, I'll be surprised. I wasn't used to teasing and savage personas at all. So guess what? My first impression was that tzuyu was actually hiding her mean self and is an anti-social person. It actually annoyed me whenever she acted savage or a teaser, cause I mistaken it for wickedness. Damn, what was I thinking? Don't get it wrong, I didn't like her attitude, well, more like misunderstood it. But I never hated her. I don't remember if I thought of her as visual, since every member were stunning looking. What is sure is that I had no clue at first that she was the maknae. I even thought that she was part of the oldest. I don't remember having first impressions in her skills as an idol, but I do very well remember that I was considering her like a mean girl along Nayeon, of course, as a first impression. Since then, I got a drastic opinion development about her. Accept it or not, tzuyu is the kindest and the sweetest. She is a total angel. She is selfless in a way of taking care of others. I'm not trying to make her sound like a child, but she is a very innocent and clueless person. She has the purest and kindest soul. I just love her so much. She's the literal example of time make you know more about people and who they are. Okay, I'll stop there for her, and I really do hope that more people see her for who she is, and not just the doll-like person. That's the end of the video. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, let me know it in the comments below. See ya!